Tobacco rose in China during the Ming and Qing dynasties. Early smoking appliances are mainly pipes and hookahs. In fact, it was not until the 1890s that cigarettes were introduced into China as commodities. After the founding of People's Republic of China, government attached great importance to the cigarette industry, and the tobacco industry really ushered in great development and prosperity. In less than 40 years, China has become the world's largest tobacco producer and consumer. How big is it? In 2013, the China National Tobacco Corporation produced approximately 2.5 trillion cigarettes, while Philip Morris International, the next competitor, produced 880 billion cigarettes. It is estimated that there are more than 300 million smokers in China, and this number even accounts for 1/4 of the total smokes in the world. In 2014, Chinese consumers consumed 44% of the world's cigarettes, which is the sum of consumption in 29 countries including Indonesia, Japan, Russia, and the United States. From a gender perspective, smoking behavior in China shows obvious gender differentiation. The prevalence of smoking in the male group is higher than that of the female group, which is basically 16 to 20 times that of the latter group. In 2015, the smoking rate among adults over 15 years old in China was 27.7%. Among them, the male smoking rate was 52.1%, and that of women was 2.7%. From an age perspective, the peak of male smoking population is between 30 and 55 years old. But as women age, smoking prevalence increases. In terms of smoking volume, the average male smoker in China smokes 22 cigarettes a day, and the female smoker is 10 cigarettes. The average age of men entering smoking is 20 years old, and that of women is 27 years old. The study pointed out that the particular problem faced by Chinese women is exposure to secondhand smoke. Their secondhand smoke exposure rates at home and in the workplace are among the highest in the world. The annual number of abnormal deaths caused by smoking in China is about 1 million. Which is equivalent to one person every 30 seconds because of smoking, but not normal deaths. In 2016, the average price of China's best-selling cigarettes was $1.50, of which the cigarette tax rate imposed by the government was 51%, far below the international median of 70%. But the volume of China's tobacco taxation is still staggering. In 2019, China's tobacco taxation was as high as $172 billion. In the same year, China's military expenditure was $177 billion. In other words, Chinese smokers contributed the second highest military expenditure in the world. To control smoking, various countries will have warning signs on the packaging of cigarettes. But the warnings on Chinese cigarette packs are relatively easy to ignore, as it is only just a slogan saying that smoking is harmful to health. It is an indisputable fact that smoking is harmful to health. The World Health Organization sets May 31st every year as World No Tobacco Day, but the smokeless days are still out of reach.